Welcome back to Slay the Princess. We are getting right back into, I was going to say another run, another cycle after so much happened in the previous video. So let's see. How's this going to be different?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, note. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or that on your controller. I will hit tab. So. Oh, okay, yeah. Really just doing all this again, maybe, I don't know, picking different things? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
I'll just pick options I didn't pick previously. So if I hit tab now, skipping, it says. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be before doing a good job? Oh, he's not talking? It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. There's a special reward just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination. Okay. Let's continue to the cabin. How about we just go to the cabin?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right?
I'm going to hit tab and see what happens. Okay, so it does skip like straight to the option. Okay. That's fine, we can do that. We don't need to see the same thing twice. But if there's like different dialogue that I didn't choose, I'm happy to explore it.
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty.
Now this is interesting. Do I take the blade or not? Because last time I did. I'm gonna enter the basement. I think we better just explore all our options.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I think that's different.
It's hypnotizing.
Yeah, it's different.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
So I did try pressing tab when the narrator was talking to see if it would skip, and I noticed it didn't skip, so I thought, okay, I'll just leave it alone.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi! Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. It's interesting, it says, I'm here to save you, and I'm here to save you, lie. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you, continue down the stairs. I want to say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Maybe. Hold on, let's talk a bit first, or I'll see what I can do, examine the chains. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I think she appreciated that. Oh, but she looks happy. Oh, happy, sad. What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Oh dear. Okay, there are some different options in here, but she might say something different. Like with this one, for example. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay, this line is kind of the same as before, but the demeanor has completely changed.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Dude, come on. So is Princess your name? Maybe she doesn't remember.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
It's okay.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Well, maybe she's been down here for a century and she's like some cursed princess or something like that. Okay, no, don't say that. Maybe she actually did forget her name. Maybe she has amnesia. Don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Right.
You have all the explanation you need.
Don't trust the
You should know
narrator.
better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say she's cursed. And that's why she's prone to killing people and just, chopping limbs off of herself. Things like that. And maybe we can give her a hand, I'm not sure. I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you're immortal.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
It is relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I think we've done that option before. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm gonna keep you locked away down here. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. Go back upstairs, retrieve the blade without saying another word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Fair enough.
It's not like you'd believe me.
I do feel bad for her. I kind of just want to let her out.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Hell no.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around. Let's see if she has any ideas.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Let's not do that again.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh, shit.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but but it's locked from the outside.
Deja vu again. Deja vu, deja vu.
You make your way to the
Bullshit,
bottom
now I
of
don't have the
stairs.
knife.
This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, we're stuck down here, aren't
I
we?
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh, no! I was hoping to avoid this.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, let's slay the princess. Just to see what happens. We need to explore the possibilities, right? All possibilities. So maybe just kill her. Jesus Christ, she's eating her own arm off.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
Is that her back?
the wound drives her to the ground.
This doesn't feel good.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I doubt that.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
She has fags?
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Oh, well. Oh, geez, so many options. Slay the
Your nerves
princess.
are seizing with pain. You know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Oh. I don't think she's gonna bleed out. Let's just finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, You're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that felt terrible. The witch? Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Yep.
You're here to slay her.
Oh, yeah, wait, this again? Alright, because he's technically forgot everything. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here
I can
again?
assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Okay, this is another voice now? Voice of the opportunist?
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Okay. Yeah, just go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Yep.
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
So I guess the opportunist is in favor of slaying the princess? Okay. I don't know. I don't want to kill her, if I gotta be honest.
The interior
Oh
of the
shit,
cabin
looks
is
different.
a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult. Well,
Yep.
if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Should we look at the mirror again?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach
It
forward,
disappears again.
rub your hand against the cabin.
Alright, that's the same.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look.
Let's go to the basement. It's a good thing it lets us skip.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... Her
Yep,
voice
you said that before.
skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
I think she looks a little different.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Maybe.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
Hell no.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Yeah. I do feel a bit bad about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all made mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. Something tells me she's not gonna take our sorry. I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
That's fair. Just look at all the options. Obviously Slayer. I like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. Don't leave her in the basement. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? Oh dear.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chain
Oh, shit.
falls from her wrist.
She's already out. Then why are you still down here?
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
Why didn't you just run out? Oh no.
A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
We both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones? I mean, I agree with this one. Okay, let's go with this one. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Let's do this one. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Maybe.
I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Yeah.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do.
Does she need us? Could she just
Well,
walk out?
fine, because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but you could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Uh-huh. Okay. We could give her the blade. Oh. I'm tempted to give her the blade, because that's a very interesting option out of all of these. I mean, she could just fucking stab us, and then that's that. I kind of want to see where that goes, though. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious.
Do it.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I.
Death is not the end, so don't worry about it.
I, abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Haha, yeah, never mind. That was such a silly idea. Not gonna give her the blade. She clearly hates us. Don't do it. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade. I want to give her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
I probably die. One of us always dies, so. That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it. So now it's your time to choose. Yes, yeah. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you. This feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. Yeah.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Uh-oh.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Well, that's kind of what I thought would happen.
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble,
Aww.
her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
She's regretting it.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Whoa. The Thorn? Chapter 3.
You're
It's
on a
different
path
again.
in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us.
A voice of the cheated.
Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway.
Well, I mean, something happened. Obviously something happened. She reacted to it, and it looked like she was very regretful with what she did, and this might, I don't know, reflect on how she behaves in the future.
I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try, exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know. I've had enough of these annoying little secrets. If you want us to do this, you have to let us in on your game already. All of your game. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
We're going to free her. Where even now, I'm sure she understands that. But we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room.
I wouldn't say that, but sure.
I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan. Trust in what plan? The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself. Sure, we'll see what she has to say for herself, but don't forget that whatever she says is likely just as much lies as what he's been telling us. We should keep our cards close to our chest. If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. And you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Alright. Screw the cabin, what happens if we just leave?
She gets out is what happens.
Oh, fair enough.
Maybe not right away, but eventually. And a world that's doomed tomorrow is just as bad as a world that's doomed today. I'm not sure I buy that. Everything has to end eventually. If it takes years to get out of there and supposedly end the world, then we've bought everyone that time. And all without having to murder anybody in the process.
Who is this voice actor? I need to look up who this guy is, because he sounds very familiar.
Well, she's innocent, but murder is unpleasant and risky. It could be a better solution for everyone. You're here to permanently end the threat she poses. You're not here to temporarily postpone it.
You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through. Okay.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Proceed into the cabin and look in the mirror.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Maybe she has it.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
I mean, we had the blade last time, so...
Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is that mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go. But there isn't a mirror. I
Yes,
still
there
don't
is.
get his angle here. Seems like whatever we do, he's always going to say it isn't there. He's either a liar, or he doesn't hold all the cards. But I think we already knew it had to be one of those. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. It went away when we touched it last time. Not that this place always follows the same rules.
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Enter the basement. Here we go again.
Step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much.
Yep.
Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here for good. Don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here. I want to free you. I mean it. I just really want to talk. Really talk. I do want to free her. Like, actually free her from whatever this shit is.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Proceed down the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation.
Oh dear.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after I killed you? Did you think I wouldn't hold it against you? No. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. Reach for the blade. Maybe don't just reach for the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. You still want to wallow in it, be my guest, turn around and leave? I guess I don't have anything left to say to you. Turn and leave. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Have a nice life. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me.
I want to trust you.
I know. I mean, we did just have like a knife fight at one point.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? Reach for the blade. La 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 la. Okay.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us, but it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
And you killed me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
I mean, she could just use the blade to cut the thorns, but anyways.
Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. But it does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse. We're not making things worse. I think she wants to trust us.
Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. Well, that counts as action. Reach for the blade. Can I take the blade now? Reach for the blade. I guess it's one of these ones.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
Don't listen to the narrator.
We've all said
Ever.
our piece. Now it's time to make our move.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count?
Because he's clearly not one of us.
That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I meant it. I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own. Jeez, that's mean. That's worse than just killing her. Cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
This opportunist dude's the most annoying one.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you.
Our blade didn't even waver when he said that.
Yeah, you're right. He's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you too.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Oh, I just really hate the people who put us here. Of course I did, I remain silent.
She smiles,
Oh,
her
that's
hand
nice.
slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Step into the thorns or cut into the thorns? Sure.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Oh, please don't end in tragedy. I think it always ends in death, but one can hope, right? Step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door
that's cute.
and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now?
Let's get married. I don't know.
Where's everything going?
Uh-oh.
Why is it so cold?
Oh, shit. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and
Sucks.
find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
It's not the end. Whatever is on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Yeah, either of those is fine.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out. Finally, we're going places.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown achievement? The bloat. Whoa. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, you're at the cabin. Am I? Approach her. So we're seeing all these different versions of her.
Lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
You again? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
That's fair.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Am I going to kill her? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
I'm going to ask this one.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
I guess so.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Alright, so basically our choices shape this entity. I don't want to hurt you. The more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
So many more.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I wish you would. Give me a warning. It just jump scares me. Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. A cautious heart achievement.
You're on a path.
Okay, shut up. La 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 la.
You make
Okay.
your way up.
Yep. Let's go. Okay, what haven't I done?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air.
I could let her chew her arm off. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Don't take the blade into the basement.
The door to the bed.
Okay. Just continue down.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Yeah, it won't skip if I haven't heard it before, just so you know.
You walk down the stairs.
Yep, that's all the same. Hi, do you think you can get me out of these chains? I'll see what I can do. Let's just go straight for it.
You're only making this more difficult.
Alright, we can skip that. Let's see. I'm going to check upstairs.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your.
It's all the same. Can you try the door if you like. No, it's all the same. Okay. Oh, wow. She's watching on her arms. Okay, this is what we want. What's this one? Auto. Oh, I'm just seeing what the button's here. Okay. Don't slay or save the princess. This is going to be different.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
I can't remember if she did this to herself or if we did it for her. Like the first time. I don't remember.
The blade is sharp,
Oh,
and it
God.
takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No.
So where did the
We
knife
won't
come
have
from?
Any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Alright, this is sounding familiar.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Ah, it's all blacked out. That's interesting. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Oh. Yeah, it's interesting that's all grayed out now.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Uh-oh.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I bet you're the cause of everything, narrator.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Again. Wow, the damsel? Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Okay. Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last
God.
time, did he? If we're going
New
to
one?
save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Smitten?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
That's corny as fuck. Ugh. Okay, let's just go. Let's go. I'll be the same.
A warning.
Yep.
She will lie.
We
Yep.
already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't
Oh,
be trusted.
God.
Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Uh-huh.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm sure there's another mirror. Is it different?
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone
A little.
walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Just look at the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
What are you talking about?
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Alright, so this is the same.
Reach forward and rub your hand again. But there was a mirror, and now it's gone.
Okay.
We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can
Gosh.
defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again.
Oh, that's another choice I should make, is never take the blade. I'll do that next time.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Dude, can we... No, just
I'll
stop.
hold my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your
Stop.
unjust and foul imprisonment.
Hopefully she can't hear this dude.
You know she can't hear,
Okay, good.
right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Seriously.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us.
She definitely killed
Only
us.
because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I mean, she could have just left, but okay.
You've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
How do you know that? You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Not really.
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time. Or what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
You're way too cheerful. Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling
Uh-oh.
princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
She does sound a bit manipulative this time. No, I don't want to end the world. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague. I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. That's okay. Don't do that.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I don't know about that. She did like stab us. It wasn't just like a stab. It was a bad one.
Not so sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh, that's interesting.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh, shit.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Are you sure about that?
What?
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
It's fucking weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I kind of want to slay her. There's something up with her. That's clear. Are you sure you could just slip it off her wrist? Why wouldn't she just do that herself? You know, I'll rescue her anyway. We can always, like, replay this and cut back to this part and then pick the other option. That's fine.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
No, it does just slip off.
We'll
Wow.
approach the princess and
Put this on her.
gently slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Also, what are we? Well, what are we? What monster are we? Are we a ghoul? Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if she just killed us right now.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess
that's
jumps
cute.
up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Ugh.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat?
You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
I don't know. Wanna watch a movie? What do you want to do? We leave, then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. I'm kind of scared to ask what she wants to do, but I'll ask her.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection,
I'm waiting for it.
and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
It's like me and my husband. It's like, oh, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Something isn't right here. I'm sorry, Slay the Princess. Do you want to leave? Then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
Hooray.
As the princess
Oh, that's very
takes your
sweet.
hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand.
Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Oh.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Ah, so you're the one that's always locking the door and throwing the knife.
Oh no.
Is that right?
Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand.
Oh, God.
Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yep. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. Let's do it together.
Okay.
That's the courteous option.
Let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
How many times have you bleh?
And
And
Lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
can you do that?
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her.
It's our happy ending.
All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Stop it with these interruptions. I've already made up my mind. We're leaving. I think she just wants to leave, doesn't she? Yeah, let's just ignore them.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
I thought that was what you wanted.
Yes,
it
I
what we
suppose
wanted?
You are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Aw. Your love will set you free. Romantic haze achievement. Oh, that was like kind of the least fucked up one. Just ignore the fact that she stabs us to death.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Uh-oh, it's happening again.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Sorry, honey.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
You have feathers? Oh dear. There's another one. Oh boy. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
Where does she go?
Right, this is the same, so I can
Should
skip
we
this.
try and find her?
Alright, it's going to be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Oh, it's not saying this. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. But if we just sit here and preen for a while, that can't hurt, right? It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. We've seen that before. I'll see you on the other side. Just approach the mirror. It's alright. You approach the mirror.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. You've withered. I don't know if that's good or not. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, the thing with lots of hands doesn't want to talk. Okay. I like the music in the cabin. I don't. Oh, yes, it is her. Sorry. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. Nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I don't know. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. No, I don't hate you. I'm just not sure what you are. Yeah, I have no opinion one way or another. Yeah.
How strange of you to ask me then.
Fair enough. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I don't know if I'm gonna kill you, to be honest. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave
My
behind?
perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
So you don't have any preferences in how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. I'm ready to go back. Just get ready for the jump scare.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Once again. Back to the start. Okay. A gentle heart achievement.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay,
At the end of
friends.
that path,
No. Shush. That's gonna be enough for today, friends. I need to take a break. I've been making these purposely long videos just because I think it suits the, how you say, what's the genre? I keep forgetting the genre of this. Visual novel. I think it suits a visual novel for me to make videos longer. That's all, but I am getting kind of tired and I need to take a break. Interesting. We've brought a lot of different princesses to this entity, and it's taking shape, and it seems we're taking shape as well. What's gonna happen to us? What's gonna happen to them? Yeah, still lots of questions, absolutely, but it's so intriguing. Very, very intriguing, so who knows what's gonna happen next in the next video, friends, but I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.